Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to my tutorial for the baby snow wraith dragon from the new How to Train Your Dragon show, Race to the Edge. Okay, so you will need one loom for this project, and you can check the description for the band count. Okay. Alright, so once you've done that, let's begin. We're going to start with the lower jaw. So I'm just taking 2 bands at a time. Okay, now we're going to make his chin spike, so we're just going to take a white band, wrap it around our hook, creating 5 loops. Then we're going to take 2 white bands, pull that onto there, reclaim, and take 2 more white, pull on and reclaim, and then I'm going to lift up these 2 bands and pull that onto there, and put the loops back on. Okay, so now we have a little spike there. Now I'm just going to take 2 bands at a time, just bring them across like this. Okay, now you're going to take a single band and tie off your end here by wrapping the band around the peg, creating 4 loops. And now we're going to make a little tooth. So take a white band, wrap it around your hook, creating 4 loops, or 5 loops, sorry. Then double loop a white. Pull that onto it, and reclaim the loop. Okay, so this is a little tooth. So once we've made that, we're going to dig down here, and as we loop up this guy, we're going to pull that little tooth on there. Okay, then you're going to make another little tooth. Alright, same way we just did. And you're going to loop up these bands and pull it onto there. Alright. And now we're going to make another little tooth. Loop up here and attach it. Got caught on the hook. Okay, and one more. Okay, now we're going to make a larger tooth. So we're going to take a white band, wrap it around our hook, creating 5 loops. Then we're going to take 2 white bands, pull that on, reclaim the loops, and take 2 more white bands. Okay, like that. And as we loop this up, we're going to pull that on, like that, and then finish up here. Alright, let's make another one for the other side. Okay, and then we'll loop up the center to here, and now we're going to make a tongue, so we're just going to take pink band, wrap it around our hook, creating 5 loops. Take 2 pink bands, pull on, reclaim, 2 more, like that, and then as we loop this up, we will pull that onto there. Alright, and we're going to take 3 bands of any color, doesn't matter, and tie slip knots at the end here. Alright, so here is his lower jaw, with his big teeth. Okay, now we're going to do the top of his head and his neck. So, again, we are taking 2 white bands at a time. Alright, just like that. Alright, now we're going to make a little spike for his back. So we're going to take a white band, wrap it around our hook, creating 5 loops. Then double loop a white, pull that on and reclaim, and double loop another one. Pull on and reclaim. Okay. You're going to need to make a total of about 30 of these for the entire dragon. For now, you can just do this one if you want. I'm going to pull this on those bands. Alright, then you want to make a second one. And pull it on these. Like that. Alright, now we're going to make his nose spike, which is the same as the chin spike. So wrapping a band around, creating 5 loops. Then taking 2 bands, and then 2 more, and pulling this onto these 2, like that. Alright, now let's put 2 bands here, and 2 here. Alright, so now we have to make the eyes, okay? So I'm going to take a metallic blue band, because it's got blue eyes, wrap it around, creating 4 loops. Try not to let it get as twisted as that, though. That's too twisted. 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to take a black band, and you're going to wrap that around, creating 4 loops. Take 2 of those blue onto the other side of the black. Okay, now we have to make his angry-looking eyebrow thing. Okay, so taking a white, wrapping it around, creating 5 loops, double looping a white, pulling it on, reclaiming, double looping another white, pull on, reclaim, and a third. Okay, push that down. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another one, but with just 2 double looped on it instead of 3. There's 1, and here's 2. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to double loop another one, and we're going to pull both of those onto it. Pull that on, reclaim the loop, like that. And we're going to take yet another one, and we're going to pull it through, but then we're going to bring the loops onto the other side of the eye, like that. Okay, and just lay it across like that. Okay, so the eye looks like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 white bands, and you're going to pull the entire eye onto the 2 white bands. Okay, so you're going to put the bands like this, and you're going to pull the whole thing on so it looks like this. Okay, the eye's on 2 white bands. Once you've done that, you're going to repeat and make a second eye on your hook, just like we just did. And once you're done making that eye, I'm going to take these loops like this. Okay, so see how the eyes are opposite now, right? The long end is on the outside here and on the outside here. Okay? So So you're going to put the loops on there, and we're going to pull this eye onto this band as well, in order. Like that. Oops. Alright. Now we're going to put the loops of these bands on these pegs, okay? You want to then spread the eyes apart and grab 2 of the 4 bands in between them and bring it down to here. Then you want to push down the eyes so the eyebrows are below, like that. Alright, now we're going to make the nostril. So take a black band, wrap around, creating 5 loops, and another one. And then I'm going to double loop a white band, pull them both on, wrap the ends around those pegs, spread the nostrils, do these 2 like that. Okay, now we're going to do our horizontals, which are just 2 white bands at a time. Like that. And then we're just going to take a single white band here, wrap it around, creating 4 loops on this peg. And now I'm going to loop up. Okay, so go under the cap band, erg. Loop it. Alright, now I'm going to go up, oops, the center. Don't catch the nostril bands here. 2, 3, 4 times. Yep, okay. Let's go up the side here. Okay, now you're going to take your lower jaw and you're going to turn it so the tongue's facing down, and we're going to go through the loops here, wrap them around this peg. Make sure you wrap the loops around and go up the rest of the way. Okay, now we're going to go through the middle set here, wrap that around the middle. And loop up these guys. And then you can go through the end set, wrap that around, loop up that. And then take 3 bands of any color, again it doesn't matter here, and just slip knot the ends. Gently lift this off. And with the eyes, you want to kind of lift them like this, so they poke through the sides and not the top. Oh, he's so cute. Look at this snow wraith baby. Okay, then you want to pull off the tying bands around the lower jaw. Now, you can use your hook to adjust the direction that bands are going in. So for this nose spike, maybe I want it to point backwards. Okay, so you put your hook in and tug, and these eye bands, are also facing the wrong way, so I'm going to stick my hook through and tug in the direction I want them to face. Okay, same thing over here. Hook through a set and tug in the direction you want them to face. Okay, and we can even go into these things, tug that back. Right. You can always change the direction of where the spiky things are pointing with your hook. He looks grumpy. Anyway. Okay, so now let's work on his, come on, eyeball, work. Let's work on his legs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 white bands at a time. First I'm going to change my loom to rectangular. Okay, take 3 white bands at a time. Okay, like that. We're going to double loop a white across here and across here. Okay. Now we're going to make our little foot. So his toes I'm going to do black, or his toenails actually. So take a black band, wrap around your hook, creating 5 loops. Then double loop a black, pull that on, reclaim. Then I'm taking 2 white, pull that on and reclaim. Take a black band, wrap around, creating 5 loops. Double loop a black, pull that on, reclaim. Take 2 whites again, and put that on. Okay, now I'm going to take 3 white, pull both toes onto those 3 white bands and reclaim the loops, like that. Take 3 more white bands, and I'm going to take 3 and put them right on here. And then I'm going to attach this little foot right around this peg. And then I can loop this. Make sure you grab all 3 bands when you loop these guys, because remember there's 3 at a time here, not 2. And then you want to tie off your ends. And you can lift that off gently. Okay, now what we can do with this guy is we can stick our hook through, maybe right here, and tug this way. Okay, and now it looks like he's got a little elbow there. Alright, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go right where the elbow bend is. I'm going to go through 3 bands like this, and I'm going to take a single white band, pull it through, and slip knot it. And then with scissors, make sure you pull it tight. I'm going to trim it. Okay, like that. So it's got a little ridge coming out there. Okay, so you want to make a second leg so they're both exactly the same. Okay. Roar. So you have your head and 2 back legs, Now we're going to make his wings. Alright, so again, your loom is in the rectangular configuration. And let's do this now. So 2 bands at a time. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We're going to put 2 like that, and then go down. Okay, the next 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up these 2 and place the diagonals down first, and then place those 2 like that, okay? And then these go like that. Alright, horizontal time, so 2 at a time. And now we're double looping. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to do the tip. So we're going to take a white band, wrap it around our hook, creating 5 loops. Then we're going to double loop a white onto our hook and pull that band onto it. Reclean. Then take another double loop. Pull it on, and then take 2 and pull that on and wrap that here. Alright, now we gotta make some little ridges. So we're just gonna take band, wrap it around, creating 5 loops. Double loop a band and wrap that here. And turn it so the knob is on the outside. And you want to make another one. Oops, that was wrong. Alright, make another one, and that one goes here. So you skip one and then put one here. Again, turn it so the knob is on the outside. Alright, make a third. My dog's going nuts upstairs. Alright, one more. Alright, and now let's loom this. Okay, again, tie off your ends. Okay, tug on the wing a little bit, and tug down on the knobs a little bit. Oops. Alright. Now we're going to add the little claws. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the horizontal bands that are hidden here. Okay, so between these two knobs here, if you go up, you can see them there. And you're just going to pull two bands through and slip knot them. Nice and tight. And then trim them. Alright, and then I'm going to go through these two here, right after the double looped ones here, and do the same thing. Take two bands, tug them and tighten them, and trim them. Okay, we want these to be a little bit shorter than the other ones, so we trim them a little shorter. Okay, so now you want to make a second wing. Okay, so you want two. Okay, you should make the second one opposite on your loom so that they bend opposite directions. Okay, so you have two legs, two wings, and your head. Okay, so let's move on to the body. The body we will be doing in two parts. Okay, I'm going to do this in offset. Alright, so okay, I'm taking two white bands at a time and I'm going to go down 10 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then we're going to go down here. And then I'm going to take 2 and go here. Like this. Okay. And now I'm going to do my horizontals. I'm also going to put 2 like this and just rest them like that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to push down here and lay 2 across right here. I'm going to do that here as well. Just like this. Okay, now you know what, I'm going to take 2 more bands here, like this. Okay, now I'm going to take my head, I'm going to go through the center set. Okay, the head is right side up, go through the center set, and you're going to wrap that set right around this peg. And the set on the side here, next to it, is going to go around this peg here. Okay, this one's going to be left hanging. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop up once. Up the middle. Okay, so loop up once here. Okay, now as we loop up again, we're going to attach another one of those spikes. Okay, so the ones I said to make 30 of, same ones as these right here on the back of the head. Okay, as we loop up here, we're going to pull one of those on, and then drop it, then loop up, then grab another one, or make another one or whatever. As we loop up these, we'll pull that on, and we'll loop up, and we'll make another one, and loop up, and another one, and we'll stop there for now. Okay, and now I'm going to dig down here, loop up this guy, and then this guy here, and I'm going to go up this column, up to here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to undo this last set here. Okay, just undo that set. Now you're going to take one of the back legs and you're going to hold it like this so the toes are facing the head. You're going to go through the first set. Okay, there are 6 loops here. You want to make sure you get through them all. You're going to wrap them around this peg, push down, and then go through the 6 loops on this one. Wrap them around this peg and push down, and then we can loop up this guy. And then you want to dig down, loop up this guy, and dig down back here, loop up this guy. Oh, you know, yeah, sorry, yeah, loop up that guy. Okay, and this actually up here, we can actually loop this up. Wasn't thinking, okay. And then on this last one, we can attach one more spiky thing. Okay, now here, we're going to take a wing. Let's take this one, it's bending forward like this. The pieces that we cut are facing the head. Go through this set of loops here, wrap them right around here, and loop up. And go through this next set, wrap around here, and loop up the rest of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to tie off these two ends with whatever color my heart desires. I'm just using black. This is only half the body, so don't be surprised how weird it looks when you pull it off. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, let's take off the bands around the back leg here, which for me are pink bands. Ow! And then you want to take the bands off around the wing. Don't pull so hard like I do, though. Ouchie. Okay, so I'm leaving the bands around the neck for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over all these loose horizontals. There's one up here that you want to tug over. It's not as loose as the rest, but you want to tug them over. Okay, just like that. And now let's do the second side. Hee hee! Cutie! Alright, so bear with me here. We are taking here, we're going down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Okay, like that. I have like songs stuck in my head. Sorry, guys. Okay, and now, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. We're taking 2 across like that, and then we are going down once like that. Okay. Yay! Now you're going to take the other side of the guy you already did. You're going to wrap this other loose end of the neck that we didn't wrap around anything around this peg. Make sure that he is right side up, okay? Then I'm going to loop up once. Okay. Now I'm going to go through these loops here and wrap them like this, around those two pegs. Okay, these go around these two. The next two will go around these. These will go around here. These will go around here. These will go around here. And then these are just going to go onto this one peg here, the last set that wasn't poking as far out. Okay, now I'm going to take my other back leg and I'm going to attach it to these two pegs. Okay, make sure you go through all 6 loops. Wrap around here and grab the other one. Wrap that one around here. Make sure you go through all the loops. Okay, now I'm going to loop over and up all of this column. And that guy. Okay. Now you're going to grab your other wing, hold it like this, okay? First set of loops, go through them, wrap them right here, dig down and loop up. It's okay if it comes off like that onto the bands, it's gonna anyway. Go through the next set, wrap around that next peg. Okay, and then we're going to tie off this end. I'm going to use black. And then we can, with our hook, carefully lift off. Snow wreath. Okay, take off all the tying bands except the 3 at the base of the tail. Oops, looks like I didn't wrap one of the loops. Oh well. That's what happens sometimes. As long as one of them is wrapped, it's okay. Alright, so we have the 3 bands at the bottom still around. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. Rawr. Okay, let's do his tail. He is so cute. I think he might be one of my favorites, even though I thought the dragon itself was pretty ugly, but it's pretty cute. Okay, alright. Take your white bands. We're taking 3. Alright, we're going to change our loom to rectangular first. Okay, take 3 white bands, and 3 again, and 3 again. Whoops. Okay, now I'm going to take 2. This. Go down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, take 2 bands across there, then I'm going to take 2 across here, and then I'm going to actually double loop 1 across here. Okay, we're going to double loop another across here, and another across here. Alright, you're going to take another one of those little spikes. It's got a very spiky tail, so we're going to be putting a lot of spikes on this tail. Okay, you're going to double loop a band, pull that on, and this we're going to wrap around here like that. Okay, take another. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to put a bunch along the sides. Okay, so I'm going to take one, and I'm going to wrap it around here. Oh my gosh, scared me. Okay, I'm going to put it on my real hook because the crochet hook stinks. Grr. Alright, anyway, I'm going to wrap this around here like that. Right, I'm going to take the next one, wrap it around the next one, but I'm going to turn it so it faces this way. Okay. And I'm going to take another. And that gets wrapped here. The next gets wrapped here, so we skip one, okay. The next gets wrapped here. Next gets wrapped here. Okay, the next gets wrapped here. Okay, so you see we're putting it on the opposite pegs on the other side, but we didn't put it on the first side. Alright, like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my guy and I'm going to wrap the 3 ends around these 3 pegs, but as I wrap them, I'm actually going to take off the tying bands, okay? But you want to make sure you are very careful at this point because you don't want the whole thing to come apart. But you'll be really sad. Be very careful as you wrap and push down far. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this guy, and then I'm gonna grab another little spiky-doo. And I'm gonna wrap that right here along this guy. Loop up this guy. Do the angled ones here. Okay. Now let's go up this column. If you haven't noticed, I'm actually using metallic white bands, which are a little more difficult to loom, which is probably why I'm looming slower than usual. But whatever. Okay. Grab another spiky thing. And we're gonna loop this guy, these 3 bands up. As we loop them, we'll pull that guy on. Alright, now loop up these 3. And grab another spiky-doo. And attach him as we loop up these guys. Okay, tie off this end here. So this tail should be looking pretty spiky at this point. I'm going to pop up all the spikes to the top of the tail. We have a broken band in here. I'm going to pull that out. Boo, broken band. Okay, so you have a pretty spiky looking tail right now. Alright. Ah, he's cool. Okay. We're going to finish off his tail. Okay, so I'm going to be double looping a white band 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm taking 3 at a time. Going up 4 times, or down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to go through the loops in the tail and pull off the tying band. He's right side up. We're going to make sure we attach him right side up. Wrap around here. I'm going to lift up the top 3 bands. You can use a pencil here to lift that if you don't have another hook. Because what we got to do is we got to attach a spike like this on the side. Okay, and we're going to attach another here. Okay, we'll attach another here and this way. Another here going this way. Alright, and you should have about 2 or 3 left. At this point I'm going to put that back on and loop up these guys. Grab a spike. I'm going to make one more spike because I'm one short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then you're just going to go up to the end, and you can tie off with one more white band. And gently lift off the tail. Oh, there he is. Yay. Okay, now we're going to hide. First I'm going to fix the end of the tail here because it's squished looking. Use your hook to fix that. Then you're going to hide that loose band in the tail by zigzagging it back through. Okay. Like that. Okay, now we just have to do his stomach and attach his stomach. Alright, so okay, so we're just going to take 2 bands at a time and just fill our loom pretty much. So, and you know what, we want offset as well, like this. Okay, so just take 2 bands at a time and fill it up. Alright, let's do our horizontals 2 at a time. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a single white band down here, cap it off by wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. And now I'm just going to take 2 white bands and lay them on that peg. And I'm going to put one on each and every edge peg. So first you may want to push down all these. Okay. So that they'll all fit. Okay, just like that. Now, starting down here, go under the cap band and grab the top 2 bands, which are these 2. So we're looping as if those edge bands aren't there, but we don't want them to fall off. Alright, now I'm going to go here. Alright, so now we want to loop up this column. And don't go too fast because your edge bands do like to get tangled up sometimes. Okay, and once you reach the end, you're just going to take 2 white bands, bring them through all of those, and just pull them. Okay, gently lift this off. Okay, once you've lifted it off, we're going to pull all those loose bands to the edge to pull them all outward. Alright. Make sure you pull them all. What is this? Oh. Alright. Now you're going to grab your guy and you're going to put him upside down. And the end with the cap band, with the 2, is going to go under the neck right here. Okay? So right where the chin ends. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to turn him over, and you're going to go through, let's go through this set right here. These bands right here. So right in between the first 2 spikes here, the set on the side here, you're going through all 4 loops. You're going to pull one of those cap bands through. One of the 2. It doesn't matter. Okay, push that on your hook, down on your hook, then go through the next set on the edge. And now we're going to the loose bands on the side. And we are going to stitch the body together. Okay. So we're just focusing on the bands on the edge, all 4 loops, and go in order. Okay, going through each set and taking each loose band and pulling it through and stitching it all together. Okay, when you reach the part with the leg, we're actually going to go from underneath. Okay, so we'll go through the set in the center, pull this through, and we'll just stay at the bottom here instead of going back up. So once we've reached the 2 tying bands, we'll go through like half of this center set here that's next in line and just pull one of them through. And we'll hold this with a pencil or something, or another hook. If you have another hook, use another hook. Alright, and then we'll do the other side, and if you have the fiber fill, we're going to stuff him. So we're going to do the same thing here. So, going through this set right here, pull the other band at the top through. Alright, and just continuing in order. Now as we go, we can stuff him up with some fiber fill. I recommend fiber fill. You can use paper towels or tissues or whatever, but those don't work as well, especially if your thing gets wet. They just don't work very well. Alright, and just stuff him as you go. Oh, there is a hair stuck in him. Ooh. And it's very noticeable because it's a brown hair. My hair. Oops, I did miss a band. Grr. Stinks when that happens. Okay, so you're going to pull that other tying band at the end through the opposite side. Alright, so you have 2 loops here. Okay. You're going to hold them on your finger or something. And now I'm going to go into the body and come out near where they are, pull them both through. Okay, and then you want to take a C-clip, C-clip it, and stick it back in to the stomach. And there's your awesome little baby snow wraith dude. I hope that you love him. Okay. Yes, I am planning on doing an adult someday. Probably not for a long time, because I have a bunch of other ones that I am going to do. But yeah, definitely wire him up so he is posable. Okay. And definitely check out the other ones in the series that I have done. Check out my channel for the other ones. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed making this little snow wraith guy. Except his eyes messed up here. I messed it up somehow. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, so wonderful, wonderful. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy your baby snow wraith. And I will see you soon for the next tutorial. Okay, bye. Rawr. He's so cute.